Hello, hello. Happy December, everybody. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving holiday weekend. We are back for another episode of Shark Bite. So I'm going to bring Double Trouble today. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Double Trouble with my girl Cece. Make sure she's getting out. Yes!
I love Wednesdays. I love today. How is everybody? How are you?
I'm fantastic. How about yourself?
Equally fantastic. Shiny in all the places.
Shining from within, right? Luminosity. You have luminosity
Yes.
shining from within.
Shining from within.
Perfect. I match your wall.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I love it. So we're going to have to do the heavy lifting today. We are minus one shark. So just two sharks circling the waters of direct sales and network marketing. Here we go.
We got it. I think we got this. I mean, we missed our third shark, but I think we got it.
We definitely missed our third shark. She's out there working. She's working the
Sharking
waters.
it up. Sharking it up.
She is. So we're holding it down here live on Wednesdays like we like to do. And should we give the whole December theme or just the little nugget of today?
I think let's do the whole.
Okay. So who wants to share the whole? Hi everybody. Who wants to share where we're going this month?
Well, I'll share the entry point.
Yeah.
Our third shark, we were talking about the power of hope.
Yes.
And we were deciding how that might fit into December.
Yes.
And I think that then, I believe it was you, Callie, that said, well, if we look at these things, it's faith, hope, and love. And it just so happens that we have time to cover all three of those.
Yeah. Yeah. It just felt right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree.
It just felt right. In the season that we're in, to just kind of bring it home. Now we're going to relate them to our professional lives, our business lives, even though there's that, of course, spiritual component and personal component. But I know we like to talk business with our friends on here. And let's kick off week one because you got to have
faith. See, I didn't know you were going there, but I finished it. It was so good.
I set you up and you hit it out of the park. If you have not seen Cece and I in action, that's one of our superpowers, as yet to disappoint. So,
yep.
Okay. All right. So, Christy, we're going to talk about faith today, and I'll kick us off if that's cool.
Yep.
I was thinking about, all right, where does faith come into play in your business? Now, of course, again, there's the component of faith, for me, the practice of quiet time, the practice of prayer, the practice of worship. So yes, that is obviously a faith walk, right? But when it comes to our business, there's, I think, several different elements and places that we could go. I think it goes without saying that, again, if you're in direct sales, network marketing like we are, you got to have faith in your product, in your opportunity, in your company, in your team, in your leader, in your mentor. I think that's huge, absolutely huge. And so that goes without saying, although it's always good a reminder. I remember when I moved, story time, when I moved from Memphis to Pensacola. And my mom had been my business mentor, like from afar, right? For many years. So I moved now to where she is in Pensacola, and I can't wait to learn from her. And I want to be in her space, and I want to, do all those things. And so in order to do that, I was very vulnerable, and I had her watch one of my product presentations, right? One of my parties. I know I know. And I mean, I've been doing this a long time at that point. I kind of
I'm
knew what
still
I was
saying
doing.
kudos. I'm still saying
Yeah,
kudos.
I don't know. It was one of those moments
Yeah.
yes, full of regret. No. And so I gave a stellar presentation of the product. And afterwards, this is what she said to me. She goes, you know, she said, you really know your stuff. She goes, you would have sold a lot of steak, but not a lot of sizzle. And I was like, I had gotten so used to what my product did, all the little ins and outs, all of that, that I had lost almost that childlike faith in my product. Like, you know, when you first start, you're like, oh my word, my face feels so good. Oh my word, my lashes are so long. Oh my, no, I was telling every ingredient about the skin. Okay, this is what it does. This is what it, as opposed to like, so I want you to maybe start, first of all, to have that childlike faith again in what you're doing and why you're doing it and what it's all about and why did you choose your product? Why did you choose your company? Why did you choose? Because my face feels amazing is why I did. So I don't care what's in the cleanser, honestly. You know, somebody said like unicorn tears. It doesn't matter. Oh, it feels so good. And when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night, you're going to love it. Okay. So first thing I wanted to mention was got to have those faith, all the components. You want childlike faith. And then lastly, Christy, I'll turn it to you. Really faith in the process of what you're doing because so many times the evidence isn't there right away, right? It's like we're farmers. We're also hunters, but we're farmers. And when you plant a seed, sometimes you don't see that seed grow and come to fruition for a while. And so I wanted to end. I am literally turning into my mother. I am now reading magazines and I'm tearing. This is my mom, and this is also my grandmother. And the title of this article was, What If Everything Ends Up Great? I thought that's what faith is. What if everything ends up great? What if I make these calls? What if I talk to these people? And so many times we think, yeah, but what if I fail? What if it doesn't happen? What if things fall apart? Today I just want to say, childlike faith says, what if everything ends up great? And that is having faith in the process, faith in your product, that childlike faith again. I needed that again. I'd gotten too, I don't know, I'd gotten too grown up, too mature in what I was doing, and I needed to bring that childlike faith back.
I'm obsessed with everything you're saying. Also, that you've torn things out of a magazine. Oh my God, my mother does.
I,
It's
I am,
so good.
I am my mother.
I think the modern day version of that is like 700 tabs on your computer.
Oh, I
I
have
think
those
that's
too.
I have those too. That's the modern day version of tearing something out of. I'm like 17 tips to be great or whatever it is. It's a tab on my computer, and I love that you've torn it out of a magazine, and I love that you have identified faith in categories that matter in people, in product, whatever product it is that is
Yeah,
tangible that you're offering to the world, and in
yeah.
process. And I want to add a fourth P to that is your own potential. And I think we forget about our own potential.
Mm,
And I don't say that as
yeah.
selfishly, I say that as a childlike perspective of wonder of what is
Mm,
possible if I really put my all to this. And so as this relates to business as I see it, is I think we all have different definitions of what faith is. I think the one that immediately came to my mind was faith is hope. It's a substance of hope in things unseen. Okay, so hope and faith are sisters. We'll get to that next week. I'm confident. All right.
yeah.
But it's like it's this substance. So it
Mm,
is something that can be moved.
okay.
My other favorite definition of is like it's belief that you have no proof of. And so how do you make proof
Mm,
of something? it's based on, and so what I think the value of business is to tap in to what your heart desires. What is it that you believe is possible? What if you put your 100% effort into the world with whatever it is you're doing, whether it's for a season or for a reason or for a result or whatever, you put 100% of you into that. What if it turned out good and you believed that to be true? And so I feel like faith in the process of business is taking something that you believe might be true, that you think could bear fruit,
Yeah.
to I absolutely know it's done. I absolutely know it's done. And the difference, but the bridge between believing in something, because sometimes I think in a business is based on results can feel like a little bit of a Hail Mary sometimes. Like, I believe it to be true. And if I used to say, like, if I hear someone more just say, just believe it, I'm going to throw a football in your face. Because I'm just like, I believe for sure. Okay. But so how do we take the believing to convicted knowing that when you, and so I believe that bridge is applied faith. Faith is a substance. And so if you take that substance through application and cross the bridge, now all of a sudden you will get evidence and you will get proof and you will get applied knowledge of this thing that you sort of believe. But that's the power and the presence of applied faith. And you do that through your connection with people, your connection with process, your connection with your product. And so you start with this inkling of potential that's within you, and then you begin to know more about it when you put all those 3 P's that Callie was talking about into play. Ha! 5th P, into play. All right. So it's not that we hope our way into existence. It's that we have this inkling of belief and that we know we apply it through our expression of uniqueness. We know that it will come to fruition and it will turn out good and we'll rip pages out of magazines.
I feel
That's
like
what I say.
yes, I feel like the action step for applying the faith is saying to myself, how would I act or behave or think today if I knew for sure that everything would end up great?
Everything, yes.
How would I act and behave today if I knew for sure that phone call would work out, if I knew for sure this would be a new client, if I knew for sure I was going to reach my goal, if I knew for sure, and that's what applied faith is. I'm going to act in faith as if.
As if.
Yes.
Yeah, and Mary Kay used to teach us that all the time. Act as if.
As if.
For sure. The only other thing that I want to add to this is, like, very rarely, now I can name a couple of exceptions, but very rarely do we want the trinket that we're going for. Very rarely. Now, I was moved by some trinkets for sure in our business. I was externally motivated. But what I didn't realize until now is that what we really want is the experience of it. We want the feeling of this thing that thing represents. And so what Callie is saying is, I want that feeling now. I don't want deferred hope. I don't want a deferred feeling. And so if I'm going to act as if, I'm going to act as if this thing that I've earned, I'm going to act that feeling now. I don't have to wait to earn that thing to feel that now. So what would I need to shift to act now, to have that experience now? That's also applied faith.
Yeah.
And then you begin to move in a different manner. So we'll tag team back to that.
So good. We're going to choose our faith feeling today is really what we're going to do.
Yes.
Choose our faith feeling. Okay.
Yep.
Choose our faith feeling, because at the end of the day, for those of us that do walk in faith, we know that no matter what, no matter when it gets messy, no matter when things feel like they're falling apart, no matter when we go through tough stuff, we can confidently say at the end of the day, it is going to end up great. It just is.
Full faith.
Good talk, Sharky friend, Sharky sister. 2 sharks. Missing our third. Our third will be back next week.
We'll be talking about hope or love. We'll let you pick, but we know what we're going to talk about. It's fine. It's fine. All right,
Okay,
darlings.
darlings.
Shark darlings.
Okay, Sharky's out.
Drop in the chat what you loved. Sharky's out today. We'll see you next week. I guess I need my hands to talk. Boop, boop.